Got it?
Yeah, will you go to my YouTube live and check and see if I'm live? Can y'all see me now?
Yeah.
If so, I think I had a problem with Stream Deck. Okay, thanks, Will. I think I know what I did. I think I forgot to push the start button. So if you can see me now, I don't know if you can or not, but you should be able to see me now. I've hit the start button. Everything should be going. I think that's what I messed up. Looky there, we can see you. See, Will, thank you for jumping in. Man, so I don't even know if y'all could hear me or not. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start it over. Number one, happy Memorial Day. Hope that everybody's having a wonderful day. And man, it's been really neat because Julia and I got to go out to my sister's house and my brother's house, got to go out and visit. And, I hadn't seen them in a while. So it was actually really pretty cool. And it's neat. It was good for Julia and I just to get away. I love it. They can see me. It was nice just to get away and get out and get to do things because I'm telling you, it's been crazy. So let me jump in here and say hello. Got Jack of Jokesters in here. Man, happy quarantine to you, brother. It's great. Got Mr. Dustin Luis in the house. Look at that. Good to see you here. And Barney Films 85 says, okay, we're fine now. Man, we're giving away a leak detection kit. And not just a leak detection kit, we're giving away one of the best leak detection kits I think there is. And those of y'all that do leak detection, those of y'all that do it and love it and understand about it, understand that, look, there's a lot of different things, and there's a science behind it. There's a philosophy behind it. But having the best equipment sets you apart from everybody else. Having the best sewer cameras, having the best sewer machines, having the best equipment. And when we decided that we wanted to specialize in slab leaks and leak detection, I started studying. And this has really been a big, big deal to me. So when I reached out and talked to Darren out in California, and he said, hey, look, sound good again now? I guess the sound was bad. Good. I'm glad that I sound good. So, the neat thing is, we decided that we wanted to do it as well or better than everybody else. So we got really excited about studying different equipment. And guys, there's a lot of them out there, and I think y'all know that. And if there's an echo, I'm not sure what it is. I know that we had problems with a microphone the other day, but I think that we fixed it. And I may be able to come up here. See, my masters don't look bad. I'll bump that down just a hair. Let me know if that helps any. But, the neat thing is when we decided that we wanted to do leak detection and slab leaks, it was because that, a lot of companies around here were calling other plumbers. They were going in, and the problem was when they saw them pull up on a plumbing truck, they're like, well, you're a plumber, what would you charge to fix this? And Adrian, is there still an echo? I tried messing with everything I have control of. And actually, I can do one more thing. Hold on one second. That's not going to help any echo, but at least that'll let me see what we can do. So, the neat thing about it, well, man, I don't know what to tell you. Yes I do. I'll change mics. Hold on just a second. All right, so let me know if this one's any better. Lori just changed over to a different mic. Luckily in my studio, we've got more than one microphone. Y'all can probably see the other one over there. So anyway, I started out doing leak detection. Yeah, technical difficulties always happen. And you know what? It is what it is. It's just part of the game. We understand that. Julie, man, you're right on. It does happen. So I'm going to scroll back through the comments here real quick. Sewer and Drain Sparrow says your issue is pro press to go around a corner or between floor joists. Need to buy a set of C rings. Rigid makes a set, half inch. It's about $1,200 or more. Does anybody have a set of these? Man, I don't have a set. I've actually got the biggest rigid set, the biggest rigid set there is with the mega locks or mega press jaws on it. Love that thing. And it says sounds great, fantastic. Barney Films 85. So hope you're all enjoying the holiday. You're working on an old rundown van, just getting rid of some rust and making it look better. You know, good for you, because that's something that I actually had a conversation with a young plumber the other day. He's wanting to start his own company. He's talking to me, and he's asking me, you know, should I buy an old used van that man looks okay, runs okay, it sounds okay, or should I spend the money to buy a new van? And I gotta tell you, that new van, the idea of a new van, and look, I did not start my company that way. I started with old vans. But the problem we have is when they break down, you've got a vehicle out of service. So that's why, and I don't know if Dustin's still in here or not. You know, I've talked to Dustin before. What vans do you like? Because Dustin's a really good service plumber in this area. And I'm always curious, what is it people like? What is it they prefer to drive? Because, I mean, think about it. That's where we are. That's where we work out of most of the time as plumbers. So, and I don't know, I tried copying a link earlier, and if we can't get the link in here today, I want everybody to know that next Monday we are giving away it's about a $3,000 slab leak detection kit, and it's from Leaktronics. It's fantastic. I recommend y'all go over to Leaktronics YouTube channel and Leaktronics website, Facebook page, whatever, learn more about it, because their product is amazing. And Barney Films is not better. Man, I don't know what to tell you. I'll try one more thing. All right, we'll try this, see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I have no idea. But, guys, I came in here just to visit with y'all. So hopefully we can make this thing work. Okay, so are you telling me that there's no echo on this camera? I like that, Barney. Barney Films 85 helping me out. I appreciate it. Happy Memorial Day, says Abe Bricat. I got to tell you, getting to go visit my sister and brother for Memorial Day was pretty cool. Really enjoyed it. Okay, so now I'm getting it's not on this mic, so fantastic. We may be doing okay. Fine sound now with camera from the side. Good. Love it. Is the van down by the river? Absolutely, man. So Dustin said that he's in a big box truck now, but this young plumber that called me, and he's like, look, what should I do? And man, that's a question we've all got to answer, because at the time when I started my company, I did not have the money for that. I didn't have the credit. I didn't have anything set up. I mean, it was literally like, hey, look, we're starting a company today. And luckily we've grown very well. So, the thing now is we do have the opportunity to get to look at new things and invest different ways. And that's what we're talking about every day. And speaking of Dustin, I've actually talked to Dustin about maybe coming in and doing this, writing an article for me, man, a bunch of things. Guy's full of knowledge. It's fantastic. Barney Films 85 is 234,000 miles, but runs fine. Bought it from your first master, and it's actually the van we drove in when you worked with him several years ago. So, man, I understand there's some nostalgia behind that. I love that. That's cute. A bit of echo. Man, I hope the echo's gone now. I don't know if it's the camera, and maybe we've got a microphone turned on. I'm not sure. We did have a problem with this. We're building a new studio. Got a whole bunch of different things I'm working on, so kind of crazy, but we're building a new studio, and My idea is we moved one of our cameras here. We upgraded one in here. Of course, y'all my plumbers, it's what I do. But that gave me the other camera. So we may have some adjustments to do on this. So thank you so much. Perfect. I think we're good. No echo on the side view camera, but when the front camera is on, there is. And I don't know. I may be. I thought I might be able to go to that one. We're going to try something different. Okay. Do you still have echo here? Okay. And Jack, you tell me the echo was gone because I was on the side camera. Now I'm looking at the front camera, so I'm just asking, do we still have echo or... Well, Danny, I kept turning the volume down, man. I'm trying to make everybody happy. Do y'all know how hard that is? Julie, don't just say yes. Yes, what? The echo's gone, or that's better, or that's still bad, or what do I need to do? Dustin says not bad at all. Julie says it's bad. Well, we're going to try this. I'm going to talk on the front camera here for a minute. I've modified some things, adjusted some things. I hadn't turned my back. I know I get yes. Is everything bad? Is everything good? What are we doing? I want to give away some plumbing stuff, so I want to tell y'all what we're doing. You know, the neat thing is, though, like I said, I had a young man call. He's a plumber for another company, and he wants to open up another company. And now I'm getting it still echoing. Man. Well, here's what I want to do. I'm going to try that. Back to here. Now, okay, just keep going. Julie, you got it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk for a little bit about what I'm doing next week. Next week, we are giving away this cute little puppy at all. And I think you can hear me now because I'm looking at my master, so I see it. I should be okay. Let me try something else just real quick. Okay. How did we do there? I don't know if that'll take away the echo or not, but it looks like one of my inputs might have been turned on and I'm not sure why. So anyway, this is the Leaktronics slab leak detection kit for plumbers. Now there's a few more parts to it and I'm not going to bring everything up here, but man, I am excited about this. And the reason I am is this is the one that I learned to use first. And what I really love about it is, okay, I can fix that part. All right. I don't know if that takes care of it now. I don't know if we have any echo or not, but here's where we're at. This is what we get. So what we're doing next Monday, as y'all can see, boy, that was perfect timing. 39,100 subs. Right now we're getting about 150 new subscribers a day. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. I love it. Sound is perfect. Okay, so what I did, I had apparently a microphone on a camera turned on, but that's good. We figured it out. Thank you for all your help. Adrian Mazelis, you hadn't won yet. But here's the deal. And there's a link in last week's video, and I don't know if I could find that. I may be able to go back and try to find it. But if you want to go back to last week's video, I will make sure that we put it in the next couple of videos we do Monday, Tuesday down in the description to make sure that everybody can see it and have it. Because, thank you, Jules. Because here's the deal. When I reached out to Darren and told Darren, look, I want to give away a leak detection kit, Darren came to me and said, you know what? Let's do it. And I got to tell y'all, I'm kind of sad about it because this is a better leak detection kit than mine. And I say that because he didn't have this hard Pelican case brief box for it. He's updated the headphones. The probes are different. I mean, so many things are different. But I'm telling you, I love this kit. But everything about the leak detection kit from Leaktronics starts with the LT1000. And I'm telling you, I love this thing because what you do, you plug your headphones in back here. You plug your microphone in here, whether it is a probe, whether it is, my favorite part is this deck plate. Because I'm telling you, when you're walking through a house and you set this thing down on the floor, you can hear what's under it. And this kit is phenomenal. And then one of my other favorite ones that I love talking about all the time is the soft plate. This little soft deck plate, you can literally put on a sheetrock wall and you can hear a fart from a mouse inside the wall. So anyway, that's part of it. It's not all of it. I've got the probes. I've got a lot of other things that go with it. But the cool thing is, man, Darren hooked us up. He's like, yes, I want to give that. He's gone back and watched the videos. He's done a lot of different things. So it has been really good. So the neat thing about it is, man, he just said, look, I want you to be able to give this away to your people. So what we've done is we've set up a deal. It's through Gleam.io, and it's a link, and you can go back, like I said, go back to last week's video, last week's live, look for it, because we'll put a link in there. I think Paul Peck put a link in there. A lot of people did. I got to get back to normal. So sorry, guys, trying to get comfortable. So anyway, we put links in there last week, so go back to it. I'll make sure that, I'll talk to Will, make sure in the description of a couple of videos this week, we put links in there, and we're going to give away a freaking cool kit. And I'm really excited about it. So I hope that y'all are too. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit so I can come back through here. Julie says she can't wait for someone to win this. Me either. And I turn my volume back up. Just let me know. Let me know if everything's good. I hope it is. Sounds okay now. Sounds fine. Good. See, half my comments are about my sound, so I love it. I can go through these quick. Abraham, thank you so much. I appreciate you being in here tonight. CMH, Cross My Heart Plumbing. So many tradespeople are doing YouTube now. HVAC with Greg, it's neat because it's not that just so many are doing it. I think some really good ones are doing it. And look, I watch a lot of the HVAC people. I watch a lot of the roofers, the electricians, the plumbers. Actually talk to a lot of them because I'm putting together a magazine for the trades. And actually, man, we should have this thing ready to go here in a week or so. I've asked a lot of people to write on it. I've got some people that did, some that hadn't. But man, this is something we're going to do on a regular basis. So if y'all know anybody that y'all just think is phenomenal in the trades, that you'd like to hear more about them, their story, how did they get started, what made them become great, what did they do? Let me know, because I would love to reach out and talk to them. Definitely looking forward to it. And you're right, HVAC, plumbing, electric, all of us. You've had your YouTube channel since 12 or 13. Did gaming videos when you graduated school, went to do VCR. Good for you. Sewer and Drains, Roger. What kind of van do you like? Ford Transit or Ram? I got to tell you, and I don't have either one of those. I've got some Chevy vans that I've actually got two older vans that are great, diesel engines. And that's two of the vans that I started out with, and we still take care of them. So not only did another plumber have them for 5 years, I've had them for 15 years. I've had them for 5 years, and man, they are still good vans. I've got a couple of newer vans that, I like. I mean, I've got a Chevy and a Ford. I think I'd asked Dustin a while back, and one of the Ford Transits, the extra tall, extra long, neat things about it, and that was one of his favorites. So Dustin, if you're still in there, let me know, brother. Brooks, the access control expert. Are you doing these out of your Dallas store? And man, that's a great question. Yes, actually I am. we've got a plumbing company located in Richardson, Texas, just northeast of Dallas, and this is where we've decided to build our studio. Now, the cool thing about it is we're building another studio, but it's also right here too. And we've got a lot of different things that we're working on. The plumbing course, I know a lot of y'all have heard me talk about it before. If you go check out, I've got a video in here. Plumbing school has started, something like that. If you go to my YouTube channel, the top right corner, there's a link that says plumbing school is open. And it's just the very basics of plumbing, things that people know before they get into the trade. Do they want to do residential or commercial? Do they want to do service or new construction? Do they want to be union or non-union? And I'm good because, man, I've done all those. And I can give people the good and the bad of each and every one of those. And that's what I try to do. So, yes, we're doing it all out of Dallas, this studio and the other one. But we've got new things that we're working on. So I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, I like this. So Demeron says, can you make a mouse fart for the stream? And you know what? I wish I could. That would be a very entertaining video. And to be honest, I'd be willing to bet that if I talk to Grayson, he can make that happen. So we may do a video about that. So it'll be fun. Keyshawn Lowe, how to get rich young doing plumbing. And what I'll tell you there is, number one, don't make it all about the money. How can you be the best plumber? Should be the question you should be asking. As a young plumber, to get rich, you're going to work a ton of overtime, but you're going to wear yourself out. And my thing is, learn to be the best plumber. Learn to make more per hour instead of more per day. If somebody pays you $10 an hour and you work 24 hours a day, you made $240. But if somebody pays you $120 an hour and you work 2 hours, you made $240. But now you've got an opportunity to work more hours during that day. Find a way to increase your value. Specialize in something like slab leaks, leak detection, a lot of things that a lot of plumbers don't know how to do or don't want to do. So, man, look at that. How can you increase the value of yourself? That is how you're going to help yourself grow. And I got to tell you, Keyshawn, it's a good question because everybody wants to figure out how to make more money. The thing is, I think most people look at it wrong. They're like, well, if I work more hours, I'll make more money. And Julie's laughing at me right now because I work a ton of hours, but I'm building multiple things. It's not just a plumbing company. It's just not a plumbing career. I'm building things to try to help other people. So, man, find a way to increase your value. When you do that, you're going to have it made. Dallas is great. Brooks, the access control expert, man, it's funny because I do podcast interviews. I do face-to-face interviews. I do all kinds of things all the time, but we are having fun. Stacy Moore, I'm entered 10 times so far. Cool contest. I love that. And, like I said, guys, if you'll jump into last week's live, there's a link to, I think it's a Gleam.io, and I don't have it with me. I could probably look and find it, but y'all just sit here and watch me play on a computer, and that takes a while. But anyway, it's really, man, it's pretty cool. The contest is neat though. It's set up so, like if you subscribe, you watch videos, you do this, there's different things. And Stacey, I don't remember what all they are that we'll set up that you get points for. But the neat thing is, man, the more things you do, the more points you get, the more chances you get. And man, for a $3,000 plumbing leak detection kit, it's phenomenal. And I'm telling y'all, go check out Leaktronics YouTube channel and Facebook page and website and find out more about it. Because one of the things that I talk to people about, and I think I may have even brought him in here last week, is you can also, you can order more stuff. He's got more than just this kit. He's got some of the most amazing swimming pool leak detection equipment, kits and things like that I've ever seen. But one thing that I did buy, because I bought the big kit when I bought it, and this was 5 years ago, I bought the kit for swimming pools too, because I was coming back here and doing leak detection in swimming pools. And it's neat to have those microphones. You can literally drop down in the water. You can listen to a skimmer. You can listen to a light. There's so many noises that a leak makes. And when you get good at it, it's phenomenal, because when you find it, you're like, there it is. And there's no doubt about it. So pretty cool. I love it. Julie found the link. So, and I'm going to see, I don't know if with her, if it's a link or not. So yeah, y'all see me leaning way back here, don't you? Cancel that. There we go. So watch this. Julie, thank you so much. Boom. That should have put a link in. So see, it's good to have an angel here. And you know, Julie, I did that, and I think you're a moderator, so it probably came up as a link when you did it anyway. I'm looking over on my magic stuff that helps me do my job. So thank you very much. Brooks, the Access is in Deep Ellum. Fantastic, man. I love it. God, these comments are flying by quick, guys. If I'm not keeping up, I'm sorry about it. I promise I'm trying. Are you taking articles from other trades? Electronic access control. You know what, Brooks, I haven't yet. Now, it may get to it that we do that. And when I say I haven't yet, it's because I know so many plumbers, electricians, roofers, and HVAC techs. And look, I'm wanting to recruit people into the trades. I'm wanting to help people get into the trades, help people that are in the trades learn things to get better, and then help people that are in the trades learn the things they need to learn to start their own company. So there's a lot of different things along the way, but and I'd definitely be interested in talking to you about it. Danny Kane says, I was a repo man. Man, I love that. And that's the thing is look, before becoming a pipe fitter, the neat thing about it is, look, we can all learn different things that help us in the trades. I used to be a cosmetologist, a massage therapist, a bartender, a bodyguard. I've done a lot of different things. Now, don't get me wrong, I started out in plumbing and then started doing those other things along the way. But, man, I always enjoy everything that I do. And, man, plumbing is no different. I really appreciate it. Down the street in Deep Ellum, I love that. What do you say to people who say, man, no, I can find someone who can do it for a cheaper price? I say let them. Nothing against it, but look, everybody's not your customer. That's one of my best videos. And I don't even think it's one of my best performing videos, but here's the deal is, look, if you think everybody is your customer, you're going to wear yourself out trying to make everybody happy. Pick that top 10 or 15% and say, these are the people I want to cater to. These are the people that I want to do it for, because chances are they're going to help you grow and get along and do better. They're not going to fight you. They're not going to argue with you. They're going to help you do things, and it's a big deal. Man, isn't that the truth? Okay, so Tabernacle of Salem says, does the union allow you to keep a religious lifestyle? I celebrate the Passover and Hanukkah. And as long as you can fit it in just like any other job, the union, I don't think, is going to give you any problem. We all have our different beliefs and traditions and things that we have to do. And I think as long as you're upfront and honest with the company about that in the beginning, I don't think you'll have any problem. The big thing would be, like I said, upfront and honest in the beginning. If you wait until you get the job and you wait until a week before Hanukkah or Passover, and say, hey, look, oh, by the way, I need off the next 10 days, it's going to be like, okay, wait a minute, we have a problem. Or, and Passover may be hard. It may be, look, I'm fasting. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I don't know what all you do, but, be honest about it up front with the company you're going to work for, and I don't think you'll have any problem at all. Tell them to get them. Here's a good one, and I love this one, Adam. You have to be mechanically inclined before you do plumbing. I want to leave college and do a trade. And I'm going to tell you, you don't have to be. I'm going to tell you, look, it probably helps. But I mean, can you work on a car at all? Do you do things around the house? Are you afraid to do it? Or is it you've never had the opportunity? And I ask that because I know a lot of people that are in the trade that, they're not very mechanically inclined, but they understand plumbing and they're good at it. So, just to say, look, I'm not mechanically inclined does not mean that you can't do it. It just may mean you hadn't had the right opportunity yet to learn what it is that you're trying to do. Plumbing may be the thing that sets it apart for you. So I like that. Shalom. Adrian says, I took the test. I like residential. I worked 10 years in apartments. Okay, so Adrian, look, here's the deal. If you've worked 10 years in apartments, how did it go? Worked 10 years in apartment. It's a little similar. Just have to sell my work. I'm working, and now I have HVAC Universal, but I love plumbing and working with plumbing. So, Adrian, here's what I'd ask you is, man, my thing is I love the idea of you having the HVAC background and doing plumbing because, like you said, look, there's a lot of people that start out maintenance man, handyman, whatever you want to call it at the apartment complex. They get cross-trained and they learn a lot of different things. And it's really pretty cool because, look, construction is construction and a lot of it is similar. But, I mean, think about it. You may have to learn to sell. And to me, I say, look, it's not selling. It's giving people options. But it's also explaining to them what is the best option. What is the right thing to do? What is the right way to go here? And I put it to people. I'll tell them, look, if you were my sister, this is what I would recommend. And I'm always truthful about it, and it works. Do you have any videos about audio, video setup there in the studio? Actually, man, I do not. I'm not the best guy in the world to teach you how to set up a studio. We're still learning. Don't get me wrong. We built this one about 4 months ago. We're already building a new one. And I mean, the people that have seen it are like, dude, this is phenomenal. So we're working on some great things. But I've never done it. I've had people call me and ask me if I'd fly around the country and help people build studios. I actually gave somebody a price here in Dallas to build one. And it's funny because the price I gave them was $20,000, but that was with equipment, with computers. I mean, with freaking everything they would need. And they're like, yeah, that's too much. Well, I'm glad that they said no because I ended up spending more than that building mine. And I'm like, okay, man, I don't know a lot about this. Don't get me wrong. I'm learning. And the more I learn, the better I'm going to get. But my big deal is, man, if we do it, we're doing it right. We go all in. We work on it. That's for daggum sure. So, Brooks, I don't have. Adrian, company here in El Paso, Texas. Good for you. Stacy Moore says, I'm 3 months in now. Finally got my first grinder pump call. Had to bail all the crud out with an empty coffee can. Earned some stripes with the journeyman that day. Absolutely. Stacey, I love to see that. And that's a big thing is, look, there's so many different things that we can run into. And look, it's not all good. But I tell people, and I love the fact, hey, man, look, just grabbed a coffee can, did what I had to do. Man, that's what it takes. It literally is, are you willing to do whatever it takes? Now, there's a lot of people out there that say, man, like, I ain't touching that. I'm not doing that. And that's what my mini course is partly about. Do you think you're the kind of guy that can do that? Well, you'd be a great service plumber if you can. If you say no, but man, I love the idea of building something. Then you may be a great construction person. So there's a lot of different opportunities and a lot of different possibilities in the trades. When I walked in to the first company I applied for to get a job, I just thought I'm going to be a plumber. That was my mindset. I didn't know what else there was. I was going to be a plumber. I had no idea about new construction, about service, about residential, about commercial, about union, about non-union. I knew nothing other than the fact that I was getting a job as a plumber, and I was really excited about it. All right. So Adam says, do you have to be mechanically inclined before you do plumbing? I want to leave college and do a trade. I've never used a tool in your life. Does this mean I won't get through plumbing school? No, it doesn't. Man, there's so many people. Now, remember, and again, this is part of my story. When I taught plumbing for the union, there's people in there that have no experience at all plumbing, none. But they want to learn it. They want to get in and do it. And man, that's what it's all about. If you really want it bad enough, you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure out, look, I don't have to be mechanically inclined to learn to be a plumber. Can it help? Maybe so. But you know what? So can studying. I've got videos in here about study guides, about how to use them, about how to be the very best plumber you can be. And if you do that and you watch that and you learn that, you can beat people that are more mechanically inclined than you every day of the week. I'm telling you, look, I joined the union from the open shop. There were people in there a lot smarter than me. But you know what? I exceeded everybody's expectations along the way, and I just kept rising through the ranks. I kept doing better. I kept getting better promotions and kept moving up. And I'm telling you what, it helps. If you want it bad enough, you can do it. Don't let me tell you you're not mechanically inclined enough. Don't let anybody tell you that. That, my friend, is up to you. Helps to know how to use hand tools, and it does. But I mean, think about it. There's nothing there, Danny, that anybody can't learn. So there's the link in there to the giveaway. I like that. Thank you again, Julie. I mean, I know to use a screwdriver at least and a hammer. Man, it's a great start. But think about it. Before you knew how to use them, you didn't know how to use them either. And if you can learn to use those, you can learn to use others. I'm telling you, go check out my mini course and see what you think. Because I ask questions in there and I explain things to people. If it's something you think you're interested in, man, I'm going to tell you, look, it's worth it. There are less people getting into the trades every day, and there's a bigger need for the trades every day. So opportunities will be great. Okay. HVAC with Greg. I've seen pool guys doing YouTube now as well. I've actually seen them stick sewer cameras into the skimmers and main drains to check for problems. Man, I've done it. When I was doing swimming pool leak detection, I have people say, hey, look, man, we got a clogged line. I've run a sewer machine and a camera in a swimming pool line, pulled out a Coke can out of a 3-inch return line. So actually, it was a beer can, Bud Light. Why would anybody drink that? Ugh. Anyway, look, it happens. Man, we've answered that and missed the old Deep Elm. Oh, my God, me too. Man, I'm ready for like some pecan lodge. Get down there and get some good old barbecue. Mr. James Cunningham in the house, having basic knowledge of just tools puts you a step ahead of some people. And James, man, that's a great way to put it, because I think I've had like 10 people sign up to our plumbing school, not the mini course, but the plumbing school here lately. And that's some of the comments I get. It's like, man, just knowing what these tools are helps me. And I mean, look, it's a very basic. And when I mean basic, it's like, look, this is a tubing cutter. You know, this is a 4-way screwdriver. This is a pair of channel locks. And don't get me wrong, I teach a lot more than that, but these are the basic tools. That's literally what a lot of it is. And I mean, think about it. If it wouldn't have been for working on cars with my dad when I was young, I wouldn't have even known what a lot of those tools were. But just because I knew what those tools were didn't mean I was going to be a good plumber. When I got started in plumbing, I mean, it was literally starting over. I had to figure out what all these new tools were and how to use them. So it really is a big deal. And I love the fact that James pointed that out. It's a big deal that they come in and they just understand the tools already. That's why I think that little course that I've got is great. It helps get people started. Can I still do it? Yes, absolutely. James, good to see you, brother. David Cesar. Yes, Adam, I come from a family that can swing a hammer, you will learn. And man, I love that you put it that way, because that's what it's about. If you're willing to learn, you can do anything. And I like it. Man, the next question, and I just saw that, James, great. As long as you are willing to learn, yes, you can. HVAC with Greg actually works at Walmart right now in maintenance. And you know what, man, there's nothing wrong with that. You're letting somebody else pay for your education. Man, that's a great thing to do. And, you know, my mother, when I was young, worked maintenance at Kraft Foods. I ended up going out there and working in housekeeping before I thought I was going to college. And I ended up just getting back into plumbing. But I got to tell you, man, getting somebody else to pay for your education is phenomenal. Like you said, you're working with HVAC. There were people, when I went and took the HVAC course, there were actually people in there that their employer was paying them to go get certified to be an HVAC tech. And man, I did it and I loved it. I probably wish I'd have started trying to open my own company about it, doing it then, because it's something else that we could be doing right now. And I think it's a great thing. Here's one. Vander says, hey, I'm 16 years old, graduated, started your plumbing apprenticeship 1 week ago for a small local company. We have 3 trucks, started at 10. Do you think that is fair? I said, first raise will be in 3 months, or he said. You know, Vander, and it really depends on where you're at. It depends on how much people get paid around you. Here in the Dallas area, a plumber's apprentice can go down the union and start out at 17. I think most plumbing apprentices at most service companies probably start out, 12 to 15, somewhere around in there. But you know what? If you have zero experience at it, he's willing to bring you in and let you learn. And if you don't get a decent raise in 3 months, then you have an opportunity to look somewhere else. But at least for 3 months, look, you're making $400 a week right out of high school. That's not a bad gig. Find out if this is the career for you. Find out if this is something that you want to do, that you want to learn, that you want to get better at. There's so many opportunities in plumbing. Those of y'all that are just getting started, if you have not gone in and taken my free mini course, go check it out, because I'm telling you, it will help you figure out what kind of plumber you may want to be. And that's really a big deal. That's going to help you a lot. Management knows you're studying HVAC and has me a book. Let me have a look at our RTUs. And Greg, and that'll help you out. If you get good at it, tell them you'd like to go to Lindsay Cooper here in Dallas and learn. Denny King says fair. Brooks, the access control expert. I interviewed Joe Everest the other day. He turned me on to me. I would love to stop by and interview you for 30, 45 minutes about promoting your trade YouTube channel. And here's the deal. I'm not looking for anybody to help me promote it. I'm not looking for anybody to sell me advertising to help me grow it or anything like that. We want to do everything organically, just like we did this. I've built my YouTube channel not on ads. I haven't done anything like that. As you can see, our sponsorship wall's empty except for Texas Green Plumbing, which is mine and Julie's company. So, and there's just a lot of things that I want to do. And I'd love to talk to you, so don't get me wrong. I'm not bringing people in to help me grow it, because I really want to do it my way, because, man, I've got some great ideas. And look, I love Joe Everest. Guy is fantastic. Devin Two Dogs says, is an apprenticeship certificate needed, like from a school? The way it is here in Texas, you get out of school, you become an apprentice, you work for 4,000 or 8,000 hours, depending on what license you're trying to get, what you're trying to do. 4,000 for a tradesman, 8,000 for a journeyman, another 1,000 for a master's if you went through a DOL program. So there's a lot of different ways and things to look at. Adrian, I'd say, where are you located and what are you trying to do? That's going to make a big, big difference. Joy says, we're a faith-based company and work with holidays. We do. We work around them. I like that, Adam. Adam looks like he can be in the WWE. Probably not. I'm too old. My body hurts, but I would have had fun at it at one point. Adrian says, I didn't like it. They call a plumber, and I know I could do that. So I decided to go to plumbing. I know I can. Here's the thing. Just because you know how to do something doesn't mean anybody can let you do it. You can say, look, I know how to change a toilet if you're a tile man, but legally you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be selling that work. So, if you want to do something, if you want to be something, I say, get the licenses, get the credentials. Say, hey, look, now you're going to pay me to do this. And it's a big deal. So HVAC with Greg says here in Tennessee, you don't have any state level license for HVAC. You do have a tradesman license. It's going to cost so much money. But the thing is, man, you got to do what it takes. Guys, wherever you live, and look, I know it's different everywhere, but my big thing is, look, get the license that you have to do the job you want in the state that you're at, and you can charge more for it. I could go out and fix plumbing all day long without a license, but at the end of the day, when people say, hey, do you have a license? Will you get this permitted? Can you get it inspected? Man, learn to do things right. Pay the extra money to do it. That sets you apart from a handyman. And look, I have nothing against handyman in certain states that are allowed to do anything. Man, let them do it. But if you're in Texas, you're legally supposed to have a license to work on somebody's plumbing. Get the freaking license or don't do the job. And man, that's all there is to it. You're doing them wrong, because if they pay you to do it and they have a flood and you bail town because your insurance won't cover it, their insurance isn't going to cover it, you're jacking people over. And man, that's just not the right way to do business. Julie says, we started with expensive equipment, have upgraded. Oh, inexpensive, yes. When you build a studio, create a budget and prioritize. Absolutely. Cross My Heart says, I just got 9 entree. Oh, entered 9 times. I love it. Very easy. Thanks for the link. Fantastic. Abraham, thank you for entering, brother. I appreciate it. Adrian says, I ain't going to knock no trade because that's what makes the world go round. But I like plumbing. It feels natural to me. But it's a tough trade. I'm learning a lot through this channel. Thank you so much. Adrian, you're more than welcome. Number one, man, I love what we get to do. I love the fact that we get to make videos to help people. We get to make videos to show them a side of plumbing maybe they haven't seen. So maybe they say, okay, I really want to do this. So there's a lot of good things about it. And as for knocking trades, man, I talk trash about electricians, HVAC techs, roofers, landscapers, window cleaners every day. Plumbing is the bomb diggity. But man, at the end of the day, we're all tradespeople. And I love those guys too. We have a lot of fun. But man, at the end of the day, man, we've all got a job to do. And as long as we show up every day, respect each other, and work with each other, it's going to be fantastic. We have Neil, the Urban Explorer, in the house. Great to see you here, brother. Hope everything is going well in the United Kingdom. Sexy plumbers. Hope you're all okay and safe. We are trying. Tabernacle of Salem says residential construction looks like a great avenue, or maybe even pipe fitting, joining the Chicago Plumbers Union in January. Man, I love that. Actually, one of my mentors used to be in the union there in Chicago. He passed away a couple of years ago now. He ran Bishop Plumbing. His name was Robert Melko, a fantastic guy. And man, he was good for the union. He was good for the trades. He was good for PHCC. I wanted to get in the QSC or QCS program. He just kept telling me, man, you really need to. So, and here's another thing, and it's something I don't get off onto a lot, but Guys, there's a lot of associations out there that can literally help you, that can help you learn things. Julie and I are part of one, and we've looked at other ones. We want to be the best we can be. And the only way we're ever going to do it is to learn new things and grow. And that's what it's about. So that's what I'm saying, man. Look, there's a lot of places to learn. Find a place that you like best and learn from it. And Tabernacle Salem, man, I'm glad you're in Chicago. I think the union is good there. Going there, they've got a great service training school because I had talked to Melco about it. I hope it works great. Greg, great seeing you in here, brother. I appreciate it. Enjoy dinner, and y'all have a great week. Hopefully, I'll see you here next week when we're giving away a $3,000 leak detection equipment. So hopefully so. James Cunningham says, the apprentice registration all depends on where you live. Here in Texas, we register for a minimum of 8,000 hours of on-the-job training under an RMP. Not all states are the same. And James is right, but you do that to get your license, but there's actually 10,000 hours to be in the union because it's a 5-year training program. But the good thing is, if you get your journeyman right before your 5th year, you could actually get your master's right after it and still do really, really well. So all kinds of cool stuff. Vander says, thanks for the advice. And yes, it's what I want to do. Your dad started the biggest plumbing company in your area, had 24 trucks at the highest point of his company. Want to live up to that. Vander, and man, here's the deal. You don't have to live up to anybody. But here's what I would tell you is get out and learn to be the best. Learn to be better than every plumber there. I don't mean cocky about it. You don't talk trash or anything like that. But learn that you have a great opportunity. You can come in and learn new things. Learn slab leaks. Learn leak detection. Learn pipelining. Trenchless repair. Learn solar water heaters. I did a video about this the other day. What are 10 things you can learn to set your plumbing company apart? Go through and look at them and say, look, man, I want to do things different. I want to do things better. And these are the things I want to specialize in. Man, you can build a great name for yourself. Anybody that wants to specialize in something and learn new things like that can do phenomenal. No, not your channel. Other YouTubers promoting their channel. I guess I missed something there, Brooke. Sorry about that. Julie, Vander, use the next 90 days to see if you want to invest more time and energy to learn plumbing. There you go. You may find you love it and want to move on, but you may also learn that you don't like it. And here's the thing is, man, that is so true. And it's a good way to put it, Julie, because give yourself 3 months, 6 months and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this and find out if it's right for me. But also go back and watch my free mini course. And guys, I can't tell you enough. If you have not started plumbing yet, or if you've not got into it yet, or even if you are, and you're like, you know what? I'm in service. I really don't like that. Or it's, hey, I'm in construction. I really don't like that. Man, there's more doors to open out there. There's a lot of other great opportunities. It doesn't just have to be what it is you're thinking. There's more to plumbing than just that first job. And it can be a really big deal. Danny says about 2,000 hours a year, and that's right. There's 2,080 work hours in a year. You can actually work overtime, knock it out quicker than that. You're not going to move through the union any faster, but you can get to the point where you can get your plumbing license faster. Brooks says, so many free classes that manufacturers and distributors that will teach you the basics. They're good leads for jobs and career advice. Your school based in Dallas is doing 4 to 5 all day free classes a year. And look, there's a lot of places to learn. I've got a company out of Houston that contacted me and said, look, our plumbers are watching your videos. We have them going through your videos, and then they test them on the things that I talk about because they're like, look, we think that you cover the basics and the way to grow better than anybody else. And we love the fact that you're giving away this free information to people in the trades or people trying to get into the trades. And look, I've had other people come to me and say, look, we want you to make courses because we want to be able to pay to have our plumbers go through courses and learn things and do things. So guys, the opportunities in this trade are phenomenal. And you can be as good or as great as you want to be. And when I say you, I mean, you're the only one that can decide that. If you say, look, I want to be the best plumber in the world, man, go for it. You can do it. But you have to decide that you want to learn, that you want to educate yourself. You're not just going to become the best plumber by being the hardest worker on the job. You're going to have to learn new things. You're going to have to learn there's new tools out there and learn them, get good at them, learn how to apply them. There's so many different things. But God, this is amazing because we can do whatever we want to do with our trade, with our career. Mr. Ritt says, Apprentice here from Ontario. Yeah, and you know what? Number one, welcome from Ontario. I get a lot of plumbers that, and apprentices too, that come in, and I don't understand y'all's whole red card and this and that. But man, I think it's great that, I'll tell you what, I've tried reaching out to the Prime Minister of Canada to say, look, y'all need people in the trades because I see reports, I see articles, and man, I would love to help educate people up there because look, plumbing's plumbing. Water runs downhill. Now, are there things we do different? Absolutely. But there's things that we do different than the United Kingdom. There's so many different things about plumbing all around the world. But the thing is, look, a lot of the basics, man, it's the same. It doesn't matter where you are. I had a South African plumber I worked with here in the United States in 1986. Worked at TD Mechanical before I got in the union and worked with him down in Austin. And I'm telling you, the dude was phenomenal. And he hadn't been here that long. But, man, at the end of the day, it's like, look, plumbing is plumbing. And if you learn that, you have a mindset, a skill, a trade, a profession, something that'll last you for a long, long time. And I love it. Should a service company advertise? We have 5 plumbers, and a lot of times we double up on jobs. You know, Gareth, there's a lot of different ways to advertise. The neat thing is we've all got to advertise some. I do mine on social media. I make videos. I teach people about plumbing. And eventually they turn around and call me. I know companies that spend up to $20,000 a month on Google Ads. Nothing wrong with that. That's their plan and it works. But yeah, depending on what you're trying to do, absolutely. HVAC with Greg says, before I leave, one last question. Do you ever see drum traps or house traps anymore? I've seen pictures of them, read about them, and I've always thought they were cool. You know, Greg, not around here. I know that I've seen them. I know I've seen pictures of them. I know I've heard people talk about them. They still use them somewhere in the United States, but here in the Dallas area, I don't ever see any. Neil says, you look great today, Roger. You looked under the weather last week. You know what? Last week was, man, it was just, we're running so crazy. But it was good too. I literally, late last night, came home from my sister's. She lives in Telephone, Texas, just north of Dallas, all the way up to Oklahoma. I mean, literally, you walk out her front porch, there's the Red River. The other side is Oklahoma. And, man, it's a beautiful place to be. So thank you, Neil. I appreciate it. We have Mr. Paul Peck in the house. Good to have you here, brother. How's everything going? Man, your channel. Okay, and I'm gonna slow down right here because I got Neil and Paul Peck right here together. Guys, these are 2 people you need to subscribe to their channels and watch their videos. Y'all are asking me about different tradespeople on YouTube. These guys are killing it. They are doing great things. Not always in the trades, but Neil knows how to do YouTube better than most. Got to hang out with him and Paul both in Los Angeles 6-8 months ago, back in October. Great people. So, man, great to see you in here. So, Stan says hello. Good to see you, brother. And it is a rainy day in Dallas. Stacy says, when is it a good time for an apprentice to take OSHA and IRS classes, IRC? ASAP or closer to applying for the tradesman? Stacy, this is a great question because my thing is, if you'd have asked me this a couple of years ago, I'd have told you, look, study the code guide right before you take your exam. But then I started looking at this difference. I thought, wait a minute, if I want to be the best plumber there is, I need to start studying that right now. So my thing is, as an apprentice, while you're learning, why not study the code books and learn them even better? Now, the IPC, the UPC, they've both got study guides. They're both fantastic. And you can go back. I've got a video where I talk about how I use them and how I study with them. And I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Paul, 3K to go for that silver play button. Guys, and I got to tell you, and I already said it, if y'all hadn't subscribed to Paul Peck, do. He's fixing to hit 100,000 subs. The reason is his videos are phenomenal. His channel is fantastic, and the content is just amazing. And Neil, thanks for pointing that out, brother. He is fantastic. Ivy's Forge and Homestead. So in my master bedroom, make sure I get that right, my master bathroom, I keep hearing the sink or toilet gurgle. I never noticed this in any other room, so does this mean I have a clog there? Nothing backs up. And welcome to the channel. I remember you were in CJ and Drill, the live over there. I remember that name. Welcome over here. Actually, I don't know if you saw Paul Peck, but he was over there also, so that's fantastic. Here's the thing. If you're starting to hear it gurgle, and I noticed this at my sister's house. Now, they're on a septic system, and she said that when it rains, they start having that sound, that problem. Normally, it means that the drain's not draining properly. It could also mean that the vent is not allowing enough air in. So there's a lot of different things to do. First thing is just keep an eye on it. Check and see if you've got any problems. If you've got a sewer snake or anything like that that you can run down the vent and possibly clean that line out, I think it'd help you. But, man, there's a lot of different things that it could be. And it's kind of hard to just tell you exactly what it is. But those are the things that I would start looking at. All right. On to the next page. James says, I hope to catch you next week. And that went away. Hope to catch you next week. I have to go get some blinds up for a friend. Have a great evening, Roger. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. James, man, we will see you down the road. All Pro Plumber says, I've had my license for 3 years working for somebody else. I want to start your own company. How do I go about quitting and still be on good terms? Well, and the things that I would want to tell you first is don't just quit yet. Make sure you know what you're going to do before that. And I say that because, man, I walked out of my job on Friday before I started this company not knowing what I was going to do. I just knew I had enough. I got tired of all the BS, all the lies they were telling each other. And it was just, man, I was done. And I started my own company. And luckily, it happened that Monday, the first day off, I got a call and said, hey, Roger, look, and I know you're busy, but we've got a plumbing problem. Love to have you come over and look at it. Call us when you can. And I called back. They had had lightning hit their house, had a gas leak in the attic. I went and fixed it that day. And, you know, I tell people I've pretty much been busy since then. Maybe not completely busy since then, but we've been running a plumbing company since then. And that's how it started. So, man, I would say definitely be careful when you get started. Don't ever steal their customers, anything like that, but go to them and be honest. Say, man, look, I've learned a lot from you. I'd love to be able to come back and talk to you, but I feel it's time for me to do my own thing. And look, it happens. We get it. Bathroom not vented. That sounds about like what I was talking about, Mr. Cunningham. I agree. Paul Peck, excited about that. Man, that is fantastic. Like I say, guys, if you hadn't subscribed over to Paul Peck, you need to. His channel's phenomenal. And if you want to learn YouTube, you can learn a lot about it. Trent Waldrop says, just started a residential plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company. What's my opinion of doing all three? Man, I got to tell you, I love it. I think it's great. I wish we did more. That's why I went to school to get my HVAC certification. So in Texas, I'm a certified HVAC technician. I don't know a daggum thing about doing it because I've never done it. I have a plumbing company, and I haven't had time to get out and really get my hands in and learn it. I took the course. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I could go through all the simulators and do everything perfect, but man, you don't want me working on your AC, just like you probably don't want your HVAC guy working on your plumbing. But I got to tell you, Trent, I wish it's something that we could do. I wish, and the reason I took it, I wanted to know enough about it, so if we did branch off into that, I could talk to the people and know exactly what we were trying to do or want to do or whatnot. So, man, look, I think you're onto a great thing, and I hope it works out. Batman Bear says, I've been thinking of entering the trades for a while, but have been thinking a lot about plumbing versus electrician since the pandemic started. He's 36 years old, too old to become an apprentice. You know, I tell people all the time, I literally had an apprentice that was 55 years old when I was in the union. And man, the guy loved it. So I'd say no. It's up to you. If you think you can handle it, and I think, man, it's a great age. You're old enough, you're wise enough. Hopefully you'll jump in and make a good hand, and that's what it's all about. Mr. Ritz says, hey, Roger, thanks for the reply. Love to really talk in depth about plumbing with you any way I can reach you. Yeah, just, send a message, Roger at Texas Green Plumbing or Roger at TXGPC. I'll try to reach back out to you and do that. People leave me messages on LinkedIn in the comments here is great. A lot of different places, but yeah, see what we can do to help. Great, man. We have things opening up in the UK from the middle of June, but can't see clubs opening up till July or August. And I say the funny thing. The bad thing is, Neil, they're starting to open clubs now in Texas, 25% occupancy, but going up a lot faster than that. Man, I heard some already have like 75, 80%. They're trying to figure out now how to slow it down. It's crazy, guys, because we got to take care of ourselves. That's the biggest thing. Seattle-led drum traps in Kansas City often. Fabian Port 07. Hello, Roger. I have a question. Can an apprentice in Texas with a residential utility installer's endorsement do plumbing without direct supervision of a licensed plumber? And I'm going to have to say what do you mean by direct supervision? You can't go out and sell work. You can't do anything other than that plumbing. Let me read the question again, make sure I get everything right. Can an apprentice in Texas with a residential utility endorsement do plumbing without direct supervision? He can do those plumbing jobs that fall under that, and that's really what it gets down to. So, yes, you can do plumbing. No, you can't just do any plumbing thing there is. It has to be residential utility installation, and you don't have to have a plumber there to do that. Jack says, I installed a clear P-trap yesterday. I discovered a crack in it today. Those clear ones are hard, so yeah, they crack very easily. Ivy's Forge Homestead, can we get a link for Urban Explorer? Your channel doesn't come up when I search it. And I'm wondering why not. You should just be able to click on, his name should be blue, and I'm trying to see. I don't have my glasses on, so this is really fun. Let me go down here. Paul Peck's right there. Neil, where you at, brother? I don't even see you anymore. You still in here? Yeah. Urban Explorer's blue. You can click on his name or click on the three dots over to the right, and it'll say, like, go to the channel or whatnot. I don't remember what's the easiest way to get to it is, but that's going to help you out a lot. It should come up, absolutely. Julie Ives, yes. Yep, I do remember both channels from the other live show. Absolutely. Thanks for having you. Man, we're glad you're here. Thank you for the input, and I'll definitely start looking at the vent first. And there's some tools you can find, like, and I don't know if you can rent it where you're at, but like a sewer snake. It's a steel cable. It's wound in a circle in a spool, and be very careful with it because they can be dangerous. But there's no motor, no machine. It's just literally something you can go up and shove down each vent. Those are good. Even like a small sewer machine that you can get to put on a cordless drill. I know Rigid makes a little top sink snake. And something like that, normally a vent gets clogged up with like a bird nest or something, and they'll slow that air down so much it'll cause gurgling or things like that. So this is a good one too. Masters Fan 04. Does Texas have more gas or electric water heaters? And to be honest, I would have to say gas. Texas has certain areas that they were tried to go all electric for a while and things like that. But I believe that it's mostly gas. I know that's what we do most of. And yeah, they work. Planet. Yeah. Boy. Yeah, and Julie, you're right. The all pro plumber, yeah, be careful because it's very scary just walking out, not knowing what you're going to do or how you're going to do it. Abdul Rahman says the one person who dislikes this video is an electrician. Man, and see, I can't even see all that. So, it doesn't bother me. Here's the deal. Look, there's people out there that don't like me. I get it. It happens. It is what it is. Triscuits. Current second year union apprentice here. In your first year as an apprentice, half your class was over 40 years old. It's never too late to start. Amen. And I love that. That's good. I love that. Ivy's Forge and Homestead said, I'm an electronics technician and it wasn't me that hit the thumb. I love it. That's pretty cool. Okay. Anthony L. Hatcham says you're 17 years old from Methuen College. College isn't for you, and you're enrolling in a trade school called the Peterson for electrical. Any advice? Yeah, man, my advice is if you're going to join a trade school, go in with an open mind, go in to learn everything you can learn. And, I've seen a lot of apprentices that just, once they join the trade school or once they start taking classes, they're just like, look, I want to learn and get out. I just want to make money. And there's so much more to this trade than making money. It's about learning how to take care of your people, how to be honest with them, how to always continuously improve what you're doing to grow and get better. So just because you're going to trade school, and it's funny. I'll tell you the same thing I tell everybody else in here. Go to my mini course. Go to that mini course and watch it because I talk about the difference in residential and commercial, service and new construction, things like that. So hopefully it'll help you out too. If I didn't think it would, I wouldn't have sent you over there. Abdul says it's stupid that they're lifting the lockdown, but I kind of get it because loss of business, like in clubs. And it's not just clubs. It's loss of business everywhere. I mean, we've got restaurants in Dallas that have been around forever that have said, look, we're closing. We're not even going to try. This is crazy. We can't do it. So, we talk a lot about what is the new normal? What's the new normal going to be like? And man, I see it. It's crazy. But, and Julie's in here and Julie said, look, I'm ready for the lockdown to be over. Just let's let people just go back to doing their thing. And, I see both sides of it. But at the end of the day, man, we got to try to look out for ourselves and help take care of each other. So, man, I feel sorry for the businesses that don't make it back open. And it's tough to look at because we know we're headed there. And yes, Julie, apprentices have to work for someone who has an RMP. That's part of owning a plumbing company in Texas. Anthony Hatcham says he's in Massachusetts, and I love it up there. Julie and I have gone up there. I spoke at the first annual Plumbers Council for the United Association in Boston, Massachusetts, at the Plumbing Museum, which is in Boston, or right outside of Boston. Man, it was so cool. I loved it. Had the time of my life. Look, guys, I love the union. I think the union is great for the employees coming up, the people coming up through the trades and going through it. So, and I have nothing against it. I wish they'd do more to help their company owners. From my point of view, the union doesn't do a lot for me as a company owner. And man, I need the help because I'm the one that helps employ these guys. So it's a really big deal to me. Stan says only on residential sewer installs and water service installs, set fixtures in residential only. Stan, I don't even think that they can set fixtures unless they pulled one to test it or something. There's something in there that I've asked about before. But the utility installer is sewer and water service from the meter or from the tap to the house only, as far as I know. Not sure about the fixtures. Yes, Julie, they have to have an RMP. Absolutely. Marius Lynn says, I'm a plumber apprentice from Denmark. Like to know how the plumber education works in the U.S. because in Denmark it takes 4 years where you were in school half the time. Marius, I actually, look, I got to tell you, I kind of like that. 4 years may be a little long. In Texas, it takes 4 years to get your journeyman license. The plumber's apprentice school is actually 5 years. You can become a tradesman and work on residential in 2 years, not through the apprentice training program, but just working for a service plumber. But guys, I've gone out and talked to companies in California that say, look, we can take a guy off the street and put him in a plumbing truck in 9 months and make him a good plumber. And man, I love their training program. I think it's a great idea. I'd love to see Texas do it. Waverly says, I was supposed to take the local 690 Union Plumbers Apprenticeship test in April. Test got pushed back to September, and your vids help you learn so much before I even get started. Man, Waverly, you are more than welcome. I think that's great. And I love the fact, number one, that you're still interested in it. You're still wanting to go sign up and whatnot. Look, I think the unions are going to get things going here pretty soon. I know that my apprentices that work here are in online courses right now. So they're shifting, they're pivoting, they're turning, they're doing what they have to do. And man, I think it's going to be great. Trent says, watch your video on hydro excavation. Numerous. Have you purchased one yet? No one in my area offers this service. Very interested in a non-biased opinion. Man, Trent, I'm telling you, I love that thing. That was so freaking cool. I haven't. They are not cheap. And I'm not doing enough of stuff like that to really need one. But man, if I could ever talk Julie into it, I would just dig stuff up for the fun of it. That thing is cool. So really interesting. Ice Forge and Homestead says, the trades right now are better than other school in your honest opinion. Look how many people go to school and get so behind with credit and money issues because they can't get a job. And I got to tell you, I really think you're right. And then the next one says, I'm not technically in a trades profession, but being an electronics technician, blacksmith, woodworker, craftsman, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. And I love that. And my thought behind this whole thing is, number one, you're right. We've been pushing kids to go to college for so many years. And I'm going to ask y'all to slow the comments down. I'm getting ready to shut it down here in a little while, and I want to try to get to everything. My thing is, I love the fact that people can walk right out of college or high school. And I didn't mean college, but I've seen people walk out of college, get a job and say, this isn't for me. Then they join the trades. People can walk right out of high school, walk right out of another job and say, hey, I want to get in the trades. And there's a way to do it. And if you really want to, man, you can. And I mean, think about it. What a great way to start your own business. Hey, look, I'm going to get in, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, and here's what I'm going to do. And I think the opportunities are phenomenal. As an uneducated, uncollege educated person like me, which I went to college later to learn stuff for the union to teach, but I mean, my deal is look, I'm a high school graduate, and really, I mentioned the graduate loosely. I mean, I graduated with my class, but I had to go take night courses because I had quit school. I'd quit for a whole semester, but I still wanted to graduate with my class. So when I went back, I got busy and had to work a lot at it. But the thing is, trades are, to me, a better option. You can make money faster, earlier, learn to invest it. College might make you better prepared for the real world, but man, trades will kick you in the butt and tell you, look, pull your pants up, let's go. So, man, I see the good about both sides. Dustin Woody says, hey, Roger started as an apprentice 3 months ago. Any tips for being quicker insulating Wurzbo lines, the attic, new construction houses? And if you can use split insulation, and look, there's a million different ways to do it. Some people split it, peel it, and glue it. Man, it's something that takes time. But the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. It's going to be good. This is a great trade. I love to do the things we do. Drill Slot says, Happy Memorial Day. Amen. Man, I am, look, I've never lost a family member to the services, but I have friends that have. And man, I feel for them because that's a loss you'll never get back. But also the men and women that have gone over and dedicated their life to serving our country. And God bless all y'all. I do appreciate it. Ivy says, okay, I need to go for dinner, but I want to thank you very much. No, thank you. Ivy's Forge and Homestead, I really do appreciate you jumping in. Like I said, I remember right where I met you, C. Jane Drill, which Paul introduced me to her. So, next time you're over, tell Leah I said hello. Thank you very much. Anthony says, thank you, Roger. I'll look into it. Have no experience with trades because I went to a regular high school, but I'm interested in residential. My plan is to get my license and start flipping houses. Man, that's a great way to look at it. And I love the fact that you're wanting to get your license. Hopefully you'll do your own plumbing and make sure it's done right, because that's where I see part of the biggest problems being in what people do when they flip. It's not good. And I mean, not good at all. And I'm trying to see where I was over here. Oh, well. Big Sex says, hey, Roger, I'm a plumber in Florida for 14 years. Done new construction, commercial, service, and warranty. Just sold your house and moving to the Woodlands. I love that. To the Woodlands, Texas. In Florida, you don't need a license, but in Texas, you do. You know what? Yes, you do. The thing is, if you'll contact the Texas State Board now, they may ask you for proof that you've been plumbing, what you've been doing, yada, yada, yada. There's a lot of different things they can ask for and look for and whatnot. But, man, contact them down there. They will work with you. Look, I love the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. I think that they're doing some great things. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep looking down because I'm trying to find something, and now I can't even find it. I think the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners is doing a good job. I think there's things they've needed to work on, but I think they're fixing them. Contact them, and there are prep classes. But here's the good thing. If you can prove you're a plumber, Texas will give you a temporary plumbing license, and I think it's good for 6 months. And during that 6 months, you can study, see how we do things, and get ready for the test, and then sign up and take it. So it's great. Okay, Batman Bear says, I'm sure you get this question often, but do you have any tips on how to decide between plumber and electrician? I have a BA that you've already paid off, and I'm pretty darn good at math and science. I got to tell you, is look, I have nothing against electricians. To me, man, I love plumbing. I get excited about it. It's a very analytical, if you like to analyze things or if you like to build things, it's a great career choice, which you probably knew I was going to go plumbing. We're on a plumbing channel. I know some plumbers, they're just not as good looking some electricians, they're not as good looking as plumbers are. So, that's one you got to ask yourself. And of course, I'm joking about that. But look, I do think plumbing is great. I have nothing wrong against electricians. I just really do think that plumbing is, man, it's a great career choice. And if you ever want to move up and open your own company and really excel and do things great, plumbing will give you some amazing opportunities. Marius Lynn, from Denmark too. Our house, I guess. Now a plumber living in the United States. Brooks, the access control expert, thanks for this. Getting over to your channel to test the live feature. I love it. Enrique Arriaga. Hey, Roger, been watching and sub for a while. Thanks for always putting out awesome videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Julie put the link in there for the TSBPE. That's fantastic. Man, I think I might have got through all the comments. I love it. So, guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell y'all all thank you very much. I do appreciate you being here. I'm getting ready to shut this thing down so I can go home to the lovely Julie. I like that too. Trent says, I have a license in both plumbing. Plumbing is safer. Can't get shocked because that sucks. I believe it. Big Bear Plumbing jumped in just in time to hear us say goodbye. So, guys, here's the deal. Julie put the link in here. If you didn't catch it, go back through. Or actually, Neil did, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, there's a link in here to the giveaway. We are giving away an amazing $3,000 leak detection kit. It's the plumber's kit. And I know it's not $3,000. It's like $2,950 or something. It's right at it. Anyway, guys, go over there. See what it takes to sign up and get in. A week from today, we said that we were going to do it when we hit 40,000 subs. And at the pace that we're going, we should hit it next Sunday. But we said we were going to do it during the live stream. So that's what we're going to be doing. So anyway, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed it. Happy Memorial Day. If you do have somebody that you lost that gave their life during the service, man, I pray for you. And I hope that you understand the country owes you so much. So thank you very much. Those of y'all that are just celebrating Memorial as a holiday, remember those that gave all. Hope to see y'all next week. And man, I hope that some of y'all get in there and get some points racked up and can win some equipment. Anyway, guys, go check out Leaktronics. Check out their YouTube channel. Check out their webpage. Check out their Facebook page. And do me a favor. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and let's let YouTube know. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.